You know something classy I do that people would tell you not to do? I do this! Hello there, MacabreMandy here, and I've decided, because I'm tired of standing up doing my makeup and sweating my butt off, because that's a fun thing that happens when you're pregnant, you get overheated very easily. Probably not for everyone, but for me it happens very, very easily, and I'm tired of it. So, I've decided, with all of these many makeup things, yes, I use this many shadows, not the entire palette, but like I use all of these additional stuff too, as well as like 2 or 3 colors depending on from the palette, which by the way, it is the only actual palette I own. The only one. I will eventually buy the Jeffree Star because that would be awesome. I really want the Blood palette, but I'm not going to get it yet because I don't have the money for that. Anyway, I've decided I'm going to record myself doing my makeup because I was curious how long it would take for me to do this quickly, because I've done it a couple times, different variations of it, doing like this reddish, darkish makeup on my face, and I think I do pretty decently for like being a total noob at this stuff. I've had some makeup videos that I put on my channel before, but by the way, I'm wearing a headset because I'm listening to music, and I don't want you guys to hear it, because I don't want to get, you know, in trouble. So, and in case you're wondering what I'm listening to, at the moment it's The Weeknd. I'm super into this one right now. Like, I Feel It Coming, featuring Daft Punk. I sounded like an idiot when I said that, but seriously, like, I really like that song right now. Okay. The Weeknd is awesome. Super inappropriate at times, but awesome. Alright. So, we're just gonna do the basic stuff that I always do. And this is seriously just a makeup video. Like, I'm seriously just gonna have this added to another playlist that I already have, where I've got like 3 or 4 videos on it doing makeup. Normally I just put music on top of them and just speed it up. I don't know if I'll put music on this or not, but I've decided that I'm probably gonna just be talking every now and then, and I'll speed through and then I'll talk maybe. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. But I've decided to time myself because I wanna know how long it could take for me to do this if I just rush through it. Because I've noticed that I think I take hours to do this sometimes. Oh yeah, and I forgot. There's also the terrible dry foundation that always comes out at first. That's lovely. In fact, I'm going to use my True Match L'Oreal Paris Super Blendable Neutral Concealer. It's actually very light shade. I'm too hyper at the moment to really like focus this in for you, so you just get to take what I said in your head and use that. Okay, so I know a lot of people don't like it when you do this, but I definitely do apply it directly to my face. I'm the only one using this makeup, so I don't care. Alright, so there's redness everywhere because I just exfoliated because I have horrible dry skin issues. Not dry skin, actually, it's oily skin, which makes me flake really bad. And I'm actually going to close this and do each thing as I put it on because it actually dries pretty quickly. And I don't like having to work at it to make it blend in from the stripes. It just doesn't look very good. And I am using a damp sponge. I don't remember the exact name. If I can remember what it was, or I will like link it to you in the description. I've been using this one. It is basically a knockoff of a beauty blender that I got at Walmart. I buy most of my makeup at Walmart. And yeah, we're gonna take another interval to blend this crap out. It would be super cool if I could get this done so quickly that I don't even need to do any editing, because that would be awesome. And yes, I know, my channel is supposed to be a gaming channel, but like, let's be real, my channel's dead. And it's never really been exclusively a gaming channel anyway, so it's not like this is really sticking out like a sore thumb. It's just not necessarily what you signed up for. And I do get some redness here too. I'm not gonna bother beyond that. And we need some on my nose, because my nose gets some redness too. Especially on the sides. I am not a booty guru. Booty. I have said that before so many times. And it is so true. I just experiment with like tiny little things I've seen other people doing. I incorporate it into my stuff, and then I just go from there. Because I normally don't see anyone with like the same features as I do have. Like, I don't even think my eyes count as hooded. I think they're more like, honestly, it's just mostly my eye bone is like really low and pronounced. So when I look straight ahead, my eyes just completely eat all the shadow. So it's like a hooded eye, but a little bit more annoying. All right. Now we're up a little higher. I know that this is like really, really poor quality stuff. So it's not gonna like conceal the best, but I don't like looking super 1,000 times over caked on. So I don't even know why I'm doing it this way. It doesn't really matter. But I tend to just pretend I'm a pretty flower sometimes when I'm putting my makeup on. Isn't this the most boring thing in the world? Watching someone put their makeup on? I actually did this just this morning, watching someone else put their makeup on for 5 minutes. Minus like a second. If you watch her too, you'd know who I was talking about. That was actually part of why I decided I should just go ahead and do some makeup, because like, fuck, I never really do makeup. And honestly, when I do actually decide to do makeup, then I tire myself out so much that if I do feel like recording, I decide not to. And it just ends up being a total buzzkill. So if I actually have makeup on already, if I decide I feel like recording today, I can just do it. Okay, we've got one more place to conceal. I have a brightener, but I feel like it actually like brings out the shiny indent under my eye. This part always looks so obnoxious, but it's a little bit less obnoxious if I'm using this instead of a fucking brightener. Sorry, a frickin' brightener. There's no reason for me to be cussing, but I'm doing it anyway. Well, this is going to leak. Every now and then I get it outside of the little screw and it like tries to leak out the sides. That's fun. I'm going to use this side, because I don't like poking myself in the eye. I really don't like putting on more stuff than I have to. I'm probably not even going to put on foundation. Because generally you don't even see that much when I'm in a tiny little corner on the screen. There's no point. Okay, so actually, we're not going to use this today. I'm done with the concealer. As I'm moving shit, I'm moving it like over. As I'm done with stuff, I'm moving it over. Okay. So then the first thing I would do is add the base color. Here are all the messy little palette colors. I don't know if it's gonna zoom in. I don't know. Whatever, I give up. Okay, so the one that I like using right off the bat is Desert Sand, which is very, 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 very slightly paler than my actual eye, and that's an eyelash. Okay. Actually, you know what I should do? Before I do that, I should put this on first. Primetime Bare Minerals. I'm very ADD when I put makeup on. I don't do it regularly enough, so like when I do it, I tend to just skip things and then go, dang it, I should have done that. Well, we're gonna actually do that today. So we're gonna need that fake blender again. This actually did work pretty well for me when I'm not having a super oily day. I have terrible oily skin in general problems. All right, I'm gonna use this side because it's easier for me. There we go. It makes it a little bit less terrible when my eye is trying to eat the makeup, so then I don't end up with a really defined line in that crease. Because that's how makeup works. But when I'm having a really oily day, it still does not work very well. There's not a lot that can really be done to stop oils. Okay, whatever, that's good enough. Cool. So now we're going to actually put that on. I already patted it. And then I'm just doing this first. I don't know why. Because I do stuff the way I feel like doing it. That's why. I don't think I could ever be good enough at makeup that I actually tried to do a tutorial. Because, like, if I actually used a high-quality camera, oh my gosh, my skin would look so terrible to you guys. You'd be repulsed as heck. Plus, I don't know what I'm doing. I just kind of use an educated guess, and sometimes it comes out well. That's like how I do drawings. Like, I draw, and then I erase, and then I draw again, and I hope it comes out well. And sometimes it does. Sometimes it comes out looking like a deranged gorilla. And then I throw it away after drawing a really crudely drawn face on top of it. Kind of like, you know, when you have a smiley face and it's just like this for teeth. I kind of just do that and angry eyebrows, and then I just like throw it the fuck away because, you know, you do not insult me by being terrible. That is a bristle from my brush. I'm using cheap brushes, by the way. Lamora All Over Shader 111. I got this from Amazon. It works better than my other brushes that I was using before. Like, this is very, 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 very dense and stiff, and I don't like it. And it does not pick up pigment very well. So I only really use this for like highlighter now, like putting it like under my eyebrow bone, on my brow bone, words and stuff. Okay, so next, I just build up the color. Honestly, I just keep using the same brush over and over again because I don't have any of that fancy stuff. I don't really see a distinguishing factor between all of them. Meh. I do start kind of in the corner of my eye, like I've seen a lot of people doing. And then pull the color over. And sometimes my eyes will be so mean to me that I'll have issues with them getting all watery, and then I'll accidentally have a damp brush. And then I'll look really patchy. But sometimes I'm lucky and that doesn't happen. This is the second color, by the way. It is Musk from the Desert Dusk palette by Huda Booty. I don't know why I keep calling it that, but you know, I think booty is actually a lot more entertaining to say than beauty. Why you gotta always be so graceful all the time with everything? That's another problem I've had with my channel. Like, I don't like taking things so seriously. I just want to do ridiculous stuff. But I know that, like, I would lose all of my subs in one day. That's not why people signed up. They signed up for someone that does gaming videos that are, like, mediocre. If I start doing random crap that no one wants to see, obviously they're going to leave. Because that's not why you signed up. You didn't sign up. Whatever. You get my point. Alright. And then I use Eden. By the way, I'm using all three of these first colors. This over here. These three colors, I'm using all of them. And then I go to Eden. And that one, I concentrate a little bit more towards the inside. And pull up more than the brown. Because if I don't, there's not enough blending and it just looks strange having a sudden pop of color only on my lid. Because that's all you can see when I'm looking straight ahead. And I almost always mess this up and go a little too far. But, it's not a big deal to me. Anyway, and then I'm going to go back in with Musk. Just to do a little bit more shading up above the crease. Also, I have terrible lighting. Like, in this bathroom I like using, where I have all my makeup stored, I have terrible lighting. And in here I have terrible lighting, because the bulbs up there, I've only got like one bulb, I think. I'm pretty sure there's only one bulb that's actually on right now. The rest of them are all freaking dead. Anyway. I don't know if this shit's even. I got bad lighting. Alright. And you're not even going to see, like, super hardcore detail just because, like, the way that my, like, camera works and, like, the lighting and everything, it kind of, like, pales me out. So until it's extreme, like, I always have to do dramatic makeup. Because if I don't, you don't really see it. when you're in good lighting, like daytime lighting, it looks a little bit over the top. But on camera, it looks like subtle, so I have to compensate. All right. Next thing would be another build-up color. Yes, I like using the top 4. The very first things. Amber is this one. I like using all of them to build up before I move on. And then, what do I normally do? It varies, because I just like, I go off in different directions depending on the day. OUD. Okay, so we're gonna skip a color. I don't use Blood Moon. But OUD, it is the one, sorry, okay, I can't do this coordination thing. It is this one right here, below this brush. OUD. I use that one, again, to darken up that corner. Pulled a little too much pigment up this time, but I don't care. I like darkness nowadays. Darkness is good. I've actually always admired the really dark makeup that people do. And I've always wished that I could like totally go dark, like way dark. But I never knew how to do it without looking like an idiot. I've been like gradually going darker and darker, trying to get away with it. Okay. Yeah, see, this is where it like comes up a little bit too much in the corner. Like, I don't like it being that defined. Let's just experiment and pull it up a little bit more. Good enough. That works. Next, I gotta focus on the under eye because I go back and forth. Ha 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 ha. I look like an idiot. Okay, actually though, I'm gonna blend this really quick. It's really weird listening to like super like slow, depressing music while trying to do your makeup really quickly. It's slowing me down. Like, I'm so slow. I've already hit 20 minutes in this recording. And you know what, to be honest, I'm probably gonna upload all of this and it's just gonna be like a marathon of people going, why am I here? In fact, yes, that's going to happen. I'm recording all of this. And I'm going to post all of this unedited because I just feel like it. Maybe if you're that bored and you've like gone through all of your YouTube videos, like I tend to do, I like go through all of my YouTube videos and I have like multiple people I'm subscribed to, like so many people. I'll run out of things because I'm playing them back to back to back to back. So then eventually I start watching things that I never would have watched. Maybe that's what this video would be. Like, I would go and start watching like Dr. Phil episodes sometimes, The Maury Show. I would go through and I'd watch medical mysteries, sometimes conspiracies, that Titanic. I just watch all this random stuff when I get tired of like, I don't know. I don't want to go to Netflix, but I don't like having nothing to do while I'm playing games. I always have like something playing over here when I'm not recording anyway. Okay, so we need to go under the eye because that's how I do this stuff. I'm all over the place. This is where I'm going to grab this one, just because it's a little bit more narrow. This one is the Lamora Tapered Blending 110. Also from Amazon, part of a set. It was in a clear container with little squigglies on it. Anyway, I'm going to take... there's a color I would normally use under my eye that I'm not going to use this time because I don't feel like getting up to grab it. And that one would be Central Perk from Colourpop. It's like a reddish, maroonish shade of brown. It's a really pretty color. Okay, so I think what I would normally do is add a little bit of amber. There we go. We're gonna use amber. I really don't do my makeup every day. And pull that under the eye and make disturbing faces. Ugh. And it's not a Mandy makeup video if I don't poke myself in the eye. I do try to pull it out a little further. I don't do cat eyes. I am terrible at freaking cat eyes. And to be honest, they're not even going to really be seen under my glasses anyway, so there's no point. And I don't go out. Especially not once the little person is born. So, like, there's no point. Brushing my eyeball. Okay. And then we're gonna blend that out. English. Blend. I'm trying not to be obnoxious and leave my mouth open, but normally when I'm doing my makeup, I don't care. Because no one's watching me. And it just goes full zombie. And yes, I know it's coming out pretty far, but I feel like it looks the best with my glasses on, especially, to come out far like that. Okay. Now, we're gonna use black. Colourpop. Roulette. Every single one, I try to use like the same formula, like try to use exclusively Super Shocks for the most part, because they're super vibrant, and they're $4 each, or unless they're on sale. And then I think they're like $3 each. This was the only matte brown they had, so roulette, of course. I needed a black. The black I had was expired a few years ago. I've always been one of those people where sometimes I bother with makeup and I do a terrible job of it. And I guess I just jump back up to my top lid, but whatever. Alright. I was gonna have to add black here anyway. But I like adding extra darkness under my eye. We're gonna use a more precise brush. This one, it's tiny. Okay, so Luis Medes. There's no number on it or anything. This is from an old set I got a long time ago. It looks like this. It's already been used. I used to wash my brushes every single time I used them, but not anymore. I don't have the energy. And to be fair, honestly, I used this yesterday, so it's only been like one day of bacteria. I just want to point out that I'm listening to Jason Mraz right now. I made a playlist yesterday. It's not very long. But there's this one song I really like. And I'm spacing the frick out, so I can't remember what it's called. I'll tell you. You and I Both. I think that is a pretty cool song. It's very happy. And my long droopy eyelashes are trying to get in the way while I'm doing my lower. Okie dokie. And then I look at it and I think, huh, that's still not as dark as I want. So then, well, actually, we're gonna add more on the top first, before I close this bottle. But after that, I go in with eyeliner. Under my lid. I just want a lot of darkness. All the darkness. That is the theme here today, is red and dark. If I don't look sick, I did it wrong. Plus, you know, with my name for my channel, you would think that that's kind of like the theme I like going for anyway. I mean, I know everyone doesn't have to be a walking billboard of, like, what they stand for, but in my case, I like to try to go extreme. Okay, so, the next thing... Yes, liner. And I really hate having to actually sharpen them, so I always buy retractable ones. This was just a random one I picked up from Walmart. I didn't really care what brand it was. I just picked the first retractable one I found. It was Maybelline New York Unstoppable Onyx. I very lightly pull down on my eyelid. My lower lid. Do you even call it that? I don't know. I'm kind of wondering, like, is this better or worse than doing a mukbang? Because, like, you're sitting here for a really long time and nothing's really happening. You're just listening to me talk about nothing. I'm thinking today I'm going to be a little more dramatic, and instead of leaving my waterline empty, I'm probably going to use my red. Yes, I bought a red eyeliner. Wouldn't me if I didn't do that. Also, what the heck is the lighting doing to my hair? Gosh, it makes it look like I'm multicolored when I'm not. It's just the lighting. Anyway. That said, I actually am a little bit multicolored, just not in the way it looks right now. Like the ends where my hair used to be greenish. I went too far. Whatever, we'll blend it out. Anyway, the ends where my hair used to be greenish, they've faded, so they're still brown. But you can tell there's a greenish tint if you're in the right lighting. Now, we're gonna take this. This came with a set for doing, like, it was this cream stuff to do in your brows. and I don't use that. I threw that away. But I like using this to smudge out eyeliner. So, because I'm a hoarder, I've got yet another makeup tool in my... I wouldn't say belt because I don't have a belt. I put them in a cup, honestly. It says meow on it. It's very, very classy. I think I was going to go in with gray, which is hiding from me. That's why I forgot. This one. Okay. It is NYX, and it is called Haywire. It's a little single. It's freaking tiny. But honestly, with how little I use it, it's not really that bad that I spent kind of a sad amount on it. Anyway, I like to use it to pull this up here to make a little bit more of a sort of rectangle in the corner. A rectangle. I don't know my shapes anymore. I think what we would be going for is triangle, but I believe nowadays any answer we want to put out is the right one, right? It appears no matter how many times I do the same makeup look, it takes forever to do. It doesn't help that I'm one of those people that is just so forgetful. What is happening here? Okay, so my playlist has ended. I'm going to take a second to restart it. It's not very long. I have multiple playlists. I'll play music I'll play a playlist of music, favorites and stuff. And it'll go on for however long. And I'll do it over and over and over and over and over again. And eventually I hate all of that music and I switch to different music. There's so many songs that I've loved and then I just was repulsed by hearing because I played it way too many times. Okay, so we're gonna... When did that happen? Right, so what I'm gonna do is blend. This one right here. That is saffron. I'm going to use that one. Where did my brush go? By the way, I'm so classy that I have a napkin on my desk, paper towel, and all my brushes are sitting on it. Every time I go to a different color, I just wipe it. Yeah, yep, that's clean. And stick that in there so it's not just a solid black. I got used to doing this instead of that round circling crap that other people do. Just because my brush was always so bad that, I don't know, it just could not do that. It was too thick. It was actually very uncomfortable on my eye. Wow, even sitting, I'm sweating. What is this? The brain fog does not make for efficient makeup. This is where I'd put red on. Okay. An actual legitimate red. We're going to take a break from the Huda palette. And we're going to grab... Where is it? Did I not pick it up? I didn't pick it up. So we're just going to use these other colors instead. Okay. Got some Manic Panic. I believe it's called Vampire Red. Yes. And if you're worried about cruelty-free stuff, then you don't want any of this, because I'm sure most of this is not cruelty-free. I don't know what is. Maybe some of the Colourpop is cruelty-free. I don't know. I never looked into it. That's one of those things that's never really been a big concern of mine. Like the Aquaphor, which is the only thing that works on my mouth, is not cruelty-free. So, I mean, if that's the only thing that's going to get me the result I want, then I'm going to use it. Gonna have some serious blending to do. I mean, that came down a little further than I wanted it to, but it's fine. You know something classy I do that people would tell you not to do? I do this. Now we gonna blend under the eye with this one. We're gonna pull some of our other colors back out, and that's where I grabbed... That's not the right one. This one, Cornelius. This was my transition color before I got this palette. It's not as pale, so it works better if I'm trying to fix a mistake. I'm just gonna use it under here to make it a little bit less pulled down. Next thing I would do, we got some orange, and that one is Colourpop Monkey Business. This one's actually a fairly new color shade thing. Let me show you outside of the shiny lid. Good enough. All right, you can tell it's orange. We're not a beauty channel. I can show you whatever I want to show you. If it doesn't want to focus, who cares? I'm using the wrong brush. Going for it anyway. Gotta say, even though I am sweating doing my makeup, like I always frickin' do, it's not nearly as bad while sitting down. I look so strange having all this done and no eyebrows. Which, by the way, I'm trying to learn a way to do them because they always get messed up like this. I have like so few hairs that if I pull the wrong one, it's gone. So that happened. Okay, so what we would do next is this one. As You Wave. This is another Super Shock by Colourpop. Yeah. Focus on something other than my bedroom. That's gonna go under my eye. Right here. This is where I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Again. Got it. Okay. The next thing we would do... Back to this palette. Okay, we're gonna point at it without using the webcam. That one right here. I just put my finger in it. That one, the Turkish Delight. It is glittery instead of being glitter. It's a shimmer, I guess you would call it. I like that one. To make it glittery, even though you won't even see it. But I see it. That was awkward as fuck. I just made a horrible, 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 horrible pun. Unintentionally. The other challenge I have is that, like, I'm fucking blind. So there's only a certain degree that I can actually see myself. Like, I can see where I'm putting my brush, but I can't see detail. So I can't really tell how well it's blended. Until I get really close. Ah, that actually looks pretty cool. Yes. This maniac look is exactly what I'm going for. Believe it or not. And then I got this one right here. And this one is... Where is it? NYX Fox Blacks. Fake blacks, I guess. I don't know. Oxblood. It is Oxblood by NYX. Meant for your eyes. I'm going to go in the waterline because I don't look sickly enough yet. Also, I only barely pull my eyelid down. I'm uncoordinated, so if I didn't do that, I would just be like repeatedly petting my eye. And that's not good. This is where I'm going to kind of like pat it down because I know it's got like other stuff on it now contaminating it. So looking straight ahead, I feel like I don't have it blended up enough and I feel like this is too low. But also I have darkness here just because that's where my eye is. Like I have an indent here and it never brightens up like I want it to. It's always a problem. So I'll like have my makeup coming up at an angle I like, and then I'll just have this random dot or indent of like darkness. So it looks so much more extreme than it actually is when it is like slightly outside the barrier, like right here. That's just my eye. We're gonna cruise the Huda Buda palette. Check the timer because I'm curious how long I've been doing this crap. It's been an hour. 53 minutes. This is where I'm just gonna power through my fucking everything else. I like using these for my eyebrows. They get pretty dark though, so it does get to be a challenge. But because I don't have much for eyebrows, I don't really have much of a choice. What I like to do when I do have fuller eyebrows is to use eyeshadow instead. It's terrible because there was a point where I was like super like, I don't like to abuse this word, but it's easily understood. There was a point where I would like be super OCD about like my eyebrows and how much they were scraggly in the middle and I'd overpluck. I looked beyond surprised. But I also plucked too high on the underside, so I looked angry at different times. And my hair never really grew properly back. So I've been experimenting ever since to try to look normal. That's a fun fact. Don't overpluck. Did I get fallout down here? No! Yeah, so I'm gonna have to fix that. This is where I give up. And I just say, fuck it, those are my eyebrows. I think normally I would probably angle them a little better, but in fact, let's just pull this up a little bit more. It's never gonna look good. It's just not. I don't have normal eyebrows. I have terrible eyebrows. They're dead. Just like my channel. When I want to be low maintenance, and I don't want to deal with my makeup and not lining my lips and crap, I just put this on. Color Jolt, Maybelline, New York. Stripped Down, number 5. It is a lip paint thing, and I put it on and then rub my lips together and they line themselves. Comes off really easily, but I don't care. It's super comfortable. Dog's yelling. So we live in an apartment, and as such, we have neighbors, and they make noise, and he don't like it. Normally doesn't take this much to put it on, but like, this tube's pretty empty. I had to buy another one on Amazon because they're not selling these in Walmart anymore. All right, I guess now I should fix under my eye because that didn't work out. Perfect, okay. Yeah. I look crazy and sick. We've succeeded. This is where I'm actually able to see myself. And I can actually put my glasses on. Meh. Like this, it looks fine. Another thing I typically don't bother with is actually doing my eyelashes because you're not going to see that detail on my webcam either. It would be very subtle if you saw it here, but like it would be really hard to see if I'm in the corner of the screen. So there's no point. It's so annoying to take off. Cool. Apparently it takes me an hour to do makeup. I'm actually shocked because I thought it was like, way longer. There have been times where I think it took me like 2 hours, 3 hours while I was trying to figure out how to do it. But ta-da! I did makeup. Anyway, I'm going to like end this now. I'm gonna make a couple little cuts, but this is gonna be mostly unedited because I just don't care. Cool. Okay, I'm done.